Hey everyone, so today we're going to be doing a summer tutorial, and the tutorial we're going to be doing is watermelons. So as you can see here, I started a little bit, and what we're going to go ahead and do is continue. First off, let me tell you what my base coat was. My base color was this Orly. It's like a melon color. It's a melony red, and it's called Rock on Red. It's really pretty. I did 2 coats of this, followed by a shimmery coat, another one from Orly, and this one's called 54. 1 coat of this, let that dry. Then what I did was I did a white tips and different designs. This is going to be the watermelon rind. What I'm going to do now is continue on here with the green, and the reason why I did it white is so it could stand out more, since the coral color is a little bit dark. The green would come out not so pretty because it's a sheer color. The color I'm going to be using is this China Glaze green, and it's called Paper Chasing. So let's go ahead and continue on with this hand, and I'll show you how I did it. It doesn't need to be perfect, just the best you can, because you're going to be covering it up with a whole lot of other colors here in just a moment. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just use my brush and just basically follow my white pattern that I did. I'll do 2 coats to make it as opaque as possible. It's okay if it gets on your skin and on the sides, because we're just going to clean it up here in a little bit. I'm going to try to make it like a little moon. This one's going to be the fun one. Even though we're going to clean it up really well, I personally like to clean it up as I go, just a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'll clean up even more later, but I don't like it to dry very thick in the crack. It's already summertime, almost July. This is going to be perfect for the upcoming hot summer season that's coming. I don't know about you guys, but I'm here in Texas, and we have 104, 105 weather, and a nice juicy piece of watermelon would really quench that heat. Okay, so that's it. Very simple, easy to do. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and we'll go ahead and continue. So what I've done is 2 coats of the green color, the Paper Chasing, in order to get it pretty opaque, so you can see there. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the detailing, which is going to make it look like a watermelon. The color I'm going to be using next is this green color here. It's called Holiday. It's a dark green. And what we're going to be doing is making the stripes on the watermelon rind. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is just use a little dotting tool. I'm going to make a little blob here. I'm going to use this size dotting tool. And what I'm going to just do is just make little squiggly lines. It doesn't need to be perfect whatsoever. We're just making little squiggly lines. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my hand, and we'll continue from there. Okay, so now, so you can see there we have some watermelon rind. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is just really quickly clean up the sides here with some acetone, a little brush. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is continue with the details and placing the rind. What I'm going to do now is make the edging of the rind in green and white, and I'm going to start with green. This is a neon green. This is called, I'm with the lifeguard. Couldn't see that there. So this is a very light, bright green. As you can see here, I already did this hand. And that's kind of coming together. So what we're going to do is just another blob. This time I'm going to use a smaller dotting tool. Same dotting tool, just the other side. It's this really small pinpoint here. Basically what you got to do is you got to be careful because you want it to be really thin, and you got to just let it glide over. Don't press too hard, otherwise it'll be streaky, and we don't want that. So, but this is just one layer. We're still going to do white. And this is if you were, you know, like if you're eating the watermelon, the little edge of it, how it's kind of white and a lighter green. That's exactly what we're drawing here. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry and start off with the white. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put this white little border here, and that'll be the end of the rind. Just using a basic Wet n Wild white French cream. I'm going to use the same dotting tool in order to create those very thin lines. Again, they don't need to be perfect. Watermelon is not perfect. Even though it may look perfect, it tastes almost perfect. And you're just going to follow that lighter neon green that we just created. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and let that dry, and we're almost done. Now we're going to go ahead and put the seeds. I'm using a Wet n Wild black. This is just called black cream. And I'm going to be using the same dotting tool that I've been using, just the normal dotting side, this one here. And we're going to be creating the little seeds. So what you want to do is, very simply, dab your dotting tool. And what you're going to do is make the dot and push it up. Make a dot, push it up. These are our watermelon nails. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to jot those down below. Once this is done drying completely, you're going to just want to go ahead and put a top coat to make it nice and shiny. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments box. I'll be happy to do any suggestion that y'all ask for. Happy summer! Thanks for watching.